So I'm sitting here at the park and just been listening, trying to hear God, and he be talking. Just gotta listen. And he got my attention again for the third time. So I'm gonna try to put a video out every day and just let the chips fall where they may. Cause some days I'll be great, some days I don't. Now I'm gonna talk about yesterday. Yesterday was June 9th. And it started off as a regular day. I got up, I went to my therapy. My first day back at therapy after 2.5 months of fighting to get my insurance back. My eyes just went cross. My blood pressure is up, so I'm gonna make this as quick as I can, because I really don't feel all that great. But had the therapy, told her about the breakthroughs that I was having, things that I discovered about myself when I was 6 and 7 years old, when I was 6. And, then I gave a timeline of things that happened. I also revealed that the kitchen was trauma for me. Everything, not everything that happened, but majority of bad things that happened to me happened in the kitchen. And I know a lot of people be like, what the hell can happen in the kitchen? A lot, okay? You can't just be unalived in the kitchen. It's lots of other things that can go in there. I got my face bust on the sink in the kitchen. I remember as a little girl in the kitchen, I was under the table because nobody wanted to help me cut my apple. I had a butchie. When that man, minister man, did what he called himself doing. Fonda. Just finished the phrase. Use your imagination, okay? It wasn't directly in the kitchen, but it was in a project apartment, and you know how them apartments is small. So in the front, and the little living room was right there, but right across was the kitchen. So I have a lot of kitchen trauma, okay? And that's just a little bit of it. We ain't even gonna go into the arguments and things that would happen in my family, and they push us in the kitchen, but we can still hear y'all through the door talking. Or if we had the tape recorder up there recording, we still heard all of that. We still heard y'all calling each other bees and hoes and stuff like that. We still heard all of that. We still heard the FUs and all that. And we heard all of that. And that, you don't think that linger over that? That don't show us nothing. Y'all didn't show us to stick together. Y'all showed us how to fight and stay apart and stay segregated within our own family. And it's just sad. And I'm just sitting here talking with my chat GPT, and I'm coming to find out who I was and why I was hidden the way I was hidden. I am a truth teller, and I like to make people, hold people accountable for their things. But I know a lot of my family members who might see this like, girl, how she a truth teller and she used to lie? I used to lie because y'all. I was a kid. Instead of my mom being proud of me or praising me or try to understand me, you dog me. And it is what it is. And she's been trying to figure out why I'm so angry. Baby, it's a lot. It's so much. But if you go back and you tell your mama all your trauma, you being so mean to her and you being so... But what about me? You was being mean to me. You started it. You was the bully. You was the mama. I don't owe you nothing. And you don't owe me nothing anymore now, but you have had so much control over my life in different other little ways that it looked one way, but now I'm seeing it for what it truly is. Yes, my mom may not have a true narcissist diagnosis from a psychiatrist, but she has hundreds of the traits. And I'm seeing them more and more in different ways of how you do me, how you approach me, how you handle me. You don't handle me very well at all. You handle me as long as I'm doing what you want me to do, or I'm following your program, and that pisses me off. And I have been trying to figure that out for the longest time, why it was like that, like why I got so much animosity towards her. And it's not an animosity like I'm jealous or anything like that, or not that I necessarily don't want her to tell me anything. It's because I sense the lies You know how they say the brain remembers stuff, even traumas and all that, and that's true. Your body does too. Your body remembers stuff. And I will always, it's my whole life, it has always been tension around my mama and a few friends, because it was not many that I would bring home because of this fact. I didn't know this is what it was, but now that I know and I have the words and I have the emotional intelligence, now I see it for what it is. The energy that portrayed and came off of her and that was around us, even though she was holier than thou and going to church every Sunday and praying and speaking in tongues, the energy that was around me and her relationship, us coexisting in the same space, even as a teenager, was thick as hell, okay? All my friends be like, girl, why is it always like that when I come to your house? Your house clean, y'all got food and everything, but it is just so much tension in y'all house. Like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's always be like that. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like her all up in my business and all that, because that's what it was. Part of that was she was just trying to so-called be concerned, but you was overly concerned to the point you wouldn't let me go nowhere. I couldn't go to Taco Bell, McDonald's, hang out at the park, nothing with my friends after school. Every time I would try to do it right and ask her, no, you gotta come home, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So I started sneaking doing it. But I knew what time she got home from work. I always made sure I beat her in time. And that was that. What it was that. And I never got caught because I was always home before her. Always. So she didn't never know. Once I became a senior in high school, I was getting out of school early and she was working. So, and it wasn't like I was doing nothing crazy. I was going to work. I'd get out of school, go to work sometime or whatever. And whatever. But anyway. And I know that our family has a prophetic calling on our lives. That's why we go through as much as we go through. But that does not negate the abuse that I was subjected to that has turned me into who I am today. And I told her, my mom, this to her face. Yes, I did used to steal. But why did I steal? Did you ever ask that question of why was I stealing? No. All I got told was that when you steal, you're telling that person. You see what I'm saying? And she said it so much, she ingrained that in me. So that's basically what I was saying every time I stole something, you know. And a lot of stuff that I would steal was stupid shit. Fingernail polish, removers, nail files, money. Now, money I kept. I ain't gonna lie, sure. I'm juicy for a reason. I like snacks because, you know, I had got cut off in the sense, and that was my way of getting back. Oh, you don't want to give it to me, so when I steal the money, this is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to go snack up. I'm going to get all the snacks or whatever. So because of this so-called calling on our life and us being so wrapped up in church, that also was abusive to me too. You have to honor thy mother and thy father so your days will be longer earth, and that's true. But that Bible also say in that next chapter, or later on down in that same chapter in the verse or whatever, parents don't provoke your children to anger. You did a lot of that. And what I mean by that is, instead of my mom sitting down asking me, well, why do you keep doing this? Why do you do these things? Are you not... I'm sorry, y'all hear that horn? I want to say it's what's it called? Oh, it stopped. Yeah, it's about to get ready and rain. So we about to get ready and go in a minute. I'm sorry, I got a text. Yeah, it's time to go. That thing keep going off and coming on. Sound like a hurricane coming, but the sky don't look bad, but that don't mean nothing because you know things can happen. So I'm gonna hurry up and finish up. Come on now, you messing up my video and stop playing because you know I'm gonna be out here recording these streets, okay? And it's taking a lot of me to do this right now, and I don't feel good, and I'm sitting in this hot car, so stop playing. Okay, thank you. I can't even remember what I was saying. Anyway, hold on, here they go again. Now I sound like a doorbell. Hold on, I gotta get my kids that thing said lightning. Oh, yeah, girl, that's lightning. We gotta get from right here and we buy a whole flock of freaking trees. What, girl?
I want to go park.
Kaya, didn't you just came from the park? What are you talking about? Don't start that, okay? I'm not in the mood. I don't feel good, okay? No, don't start asking me 1,000 questions. He ain't hey there. Kaya, please stop. Yeah, they about to close. They lightning strike, so everybody bouncing. We don't want to get cooked up. Come on, what you doing? Girl, skip her. It's time to go. I ain't worried about Kaya. Anyway, I'll finish when I get to the house. Yo, fruit snacks with the what?
Yeah.
She gotta buy some fruit snacks.
So.
You been putting the cards inside of that thing? Anyway. Hey y'all, we back at the Walmart. Oh, I got it the wrong way. Hold on. Alright y'all, I'm back. We at the Walmart. What was I saying? Parents don't provoke your child. And that's what for real. Like, when I look back over my life, my mama provoked me so much. I could be so much worse off or worse than I was consider myself being. I could have been a drug addict. I could have been a whole lot of things. I could have turned to a whole lot of stuff. But because it was never in my heart, the things that I did try, when I let them go, it was pretty simple to let them go. And I thank God for that, because it didn't really catch hold to me in a way. I let it catch hold to me because of my situation, because I was depressed. But once I got past out that depression and realized what was happening and what was at stake, it was easy to let, Kaya, please hush. It was easy to let certain stuff go. And turn that phone down some. You got your phone up real loud. It won't turn down, but who just turned it down? Anyway, my life has been nothing but abuse. Mental, verbal, emotional. And that's just what it is. And as I have started my therapy journey and my awakening or reckoning or whatever you want to call it, it's been amazing and sad and depressing, and I've been grieving. Grieving a mother that I never had, a mother's love, a mother's exception, connection, a mother's trust. Because she never believed me. Everything I told her, she thought it was a lie. But when I started lying, she believed the lies instead of the truth. So you made me the liar because you never believed me when I told you the truth. You turned me into a thief because every time I asked for something, it was no. It was always no. And that, I mean, it's normal for kids to ask for stuff. That's what they're going to do. Yes, you have to train them, but you never wanted to give in, not one time. Not a pack of gum, not this from the corner store, not none of that. You can't say you did because you didn't, because why would I be saying these things? Why would I sit here and lie about some candy and stuff? Because it makes sense. Because I didn't get certain things, when I did get my hands on it, I went crazy. And food was one of them. And not to say that she starved me or anything. It was just the fact that once I was diagnosed with high blood pressure at the age of 10, and they had to cut me off of snacking to get my blood pressure under control through my diet, because my mama didn't want me on medication, which I'm thankful for. She didn't explain anything. She just completely snatched everything away. No snacks, no nothing. But her mistake was she was still giving me an allowance. So I was getting like $20 every 2 weeks or whatever. So, you know, back then I could spend $5 and have some stuff for a couple days, or I can go to school and get certain stuff, spend $2-3 a day and different things like that. And sometimes I would buy stuff, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I have money left over, or I'd happen to steal it and was still going to school snacking because you cut me off, you didn't explain nothing. So when she started finding food in my room, like, you know, snack papers under the bed, on the floor and stuff, because I was sneaking it. It was eating it at school, eating it in my book bag. That's why I was hiding it. I couldn't throw it away in the trash because I didn't want to hear him out. Right. Sorry. So You know, she starved me on that front, and then when I got the money, I did what I wanted to do anyway. So that caused me to gain more weight and different things like that. I was still eating healthy because of what she was cooking, but I still had my snacks anyway. So that was that one part. That's not just that one part, but that's a one part. It was always a no whenever we went to the store. In my opinion, and it's just not opinion, this is fact because I've said this to her. Her love came with conditions and money. And that's hurtful to say, but that is true. And I only came into that realization the earlier part of this year. And about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month, maybe 2 months now, because we had got into it about something. And then 2 days later, she turned around and said, "Oh, I'm going to send you and your daughter to the movies. I'll watch Kai." Now, she knows that's my thing. I don't really have a support system, even though I live in the house with her. I don't have a support system to help me with my daughter, my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter has autism and ADHD, and baby, she's on 10 all the time. She wake up on 1,000. It come down a little bit some days it don't. One of her days today, it don't come down because I don't let her go outside and run, so she tired. So my evening might be a little bit calmer than normal because sometimes, baby, she be flipping and jumping. I gotta chase her down the hallway with the belt. I had to send her to her room. I got to yell. I got to do all this other stuff, right? So with that, you want to send us to the show? But because I pointed something out to you in the conversation that we were having, now all of a sudden you wants to be the grandmama and send her to the movie. It was guilt. That it was nothing but guilt all over that thing. But because my oldest is also autistic, just like their mother. Yes, I am autistic. That is the first time I am saying it out loud on this camera like this. Sometimes it still is a hard pill to swallow because nobody saw it. Everybody called me flaky, standoffish, nonchalant, all that, and it was far from that. I was just autistic and had my own way of doing things and seeing the world, and nobody noticed that. Everybody else noticed the bad things I did, you know. Hold on, my daughter's sending me a thing. Girl, she gotta hurry up. It's the rain coming. They just chased us up out the park with the lightning strike, and now I hear that thunder. I know y'all just heard that. Yeah. Hold on, gotta text back my godmother, my goddaughter's mom. Did your regular? Just got these 2 weeks ago. This my visas 2 weeks ago. When I found out I had pneumonia. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. I had to text 2 people at the same time. Multitask. Anyway. Yeah, so my whole life has been, I don't know where I had left off at. My whole life. Hold on. This is why I be telling her to text and write it down, because she thinks she can remember so much in her mind. But as soon as she get in that store by herself, she don't remember. Hold on, cuz I'm trying to be cool and calm, but I really don't feel good. My head is hurting, my back is hurting, and well, my chest is hurting, and I'm trying not to go to the emergency room, but if this pain don't get better tomorrow, I will be calling my doctor and going my behind to the emergency room. And I don't want to go, but I will go. What else did you say you want me to get? I got the fruit snacks, I got the water, milk, get the milk. See, that's why I tell you to write stuff down, or at least text it to yourself as I'm saying it, because when I don't feel good, I don't remember either. I don't know what else I said to get Kaya some Cheeto Puffs in the blue and orange bag. Get her 2 bags of those, and I think that's it. My sodas, the milk, and your dinner, my dinner. Oh, the French fries. Get 2 bags of the black fries and a bag of those red fries for Kaya, because you know that's all she eat. See, that's why I had to talk it out loud. Like, come on, man, my brain be hurting too bad now. And anyway, so
I got some corn.
Being abused mentally, emotionally, verbally all the time, yeah. I had instances where she would call me a bitch. Because she even told me one time that I turned the TV off and told her that's not what you name me, because it was true. Who wants to keep hearing their mama call them out their name? That's why I have a thing about that word. That's why in the black community, some females use it like B or whatever, Ben. And sometimes I'll be like Kiki, but I real low key I be like because that word is a trigger for me. She used to call me that so much. You fat bitch, get your ass over here and all that stuff. And she was going through whatever she was going through. But what did I do to deserve you to call me out my name like that? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm a kid. A lot of what I'm talking about has happened from when I was a kid up until 25, or I'll say 24, but I'll say 25 when I had my baby, when I had my first child. That's where I will take acceptance, even though I was an adult, but I was still living in her house, living under her rules, living under her control. That's why I say at 24, 25 is when it changed, because I had my oldest daughter, and I had to make my no be known. I had to stand up for her. I had somebody that I had to defend. So that's when I started trying to fight this fight that I'm now fighting. But I still gave in because I was tired. I didn't completely, truly, fully understand everything. And it took me these next 20-something years to get here. Yes, it did. I done been through all type of life changes, up and down, seeing the similarities in me and my mom's life, how things went, this, that, and the third, how I spoke things into existence, and stuff like that. Kaya, stop. I'm trying to record and you screaming. This is what I be talking about in the house. That fakeness don't get me. You need to stop. Because if you don't stop, you already know what time it is. And yes, I do have my warrior right here, and I'm not about to play with you. Okay? All you gotta do is sit there and record, watch your phone or do whatever you was doing back there. You about to get fries when you get home. You so hungry. That's all you eat is fries and noodles. I would be hungry too. Please, Kaya. Anyway, if y'all keep seeing me ignore her, and she's calling my name 50,000 times, it's for a reason. I'm trying to break her of that habit of being so needy and helpless that it makes no sense, because it's something she picked up from my mama, and that is annoying as HE double hockey sticks. Yes, I know my mama probably will watch this, and at this point, I don't care. I don't care, because nobody cared about me. Not for real. Not genuine. You only cared about what I can do for you, how I can help you. Of course, we're not talking about monetary, because you had all the money, but I had all the time. I had all the patience. I had all the forgiving heart and be the bigger person and all of this, which allowed me to stay wrapped in your trap so long. But nope, not no more. And when I get out this time, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back, because now I see what it is. I see what I have to do. I see how I have to break these curses, break down this control, break down all of this, because that's what it is. Even my grandmother had some type of control over my mother in her own house. And they used to make me wonder why you used to say, you can't run my house and yours. What? And I never used to understand it. I'm like, I get it, because I could see what it is. But now I'm like, why would she used to always say that to my sister? She used to say that to my sister all the time, and then my sister used to say that shit. But now I see. So you was really saying that about your mama when we was younger. But we just happened to be the ones to take the brunt of whatever the hell your mama was dishing out. All your anger and frustration, you would bring it back home and take it out on me. Or them before I came along. Because it's 10 years between me and my sister. And it's 11 years between me and my brother. So ain't no telling what they've been through. And it's not excusing how they treated me either, because they didn't save me either. You used and abused me too. And this is just being honest. Nobody came to help me, save me, but, oh, can you babysit my kids? Oh, can you come over here and do this? Oh, can you come run do that? To the point you even having your mama ask me. Then when I asked my mama to stand up for me about it, I'm not lying for you. What? That let me know right there, you not gonna protect me. You never protected me. And I meant what I said. I used to say that all the time. And she said, I did the best I could. Your best wasn't enough. And that's just what it is. Your best was not enough. You did not protect me when I was 6. You did not protect me when I was 10 with the man from the church. And when I told you who it was, you did not believe me. That broke me. That was my first breaking. You broke my soul with that one, because how could you not believe me in? You had something like this go down, so you know. You should have been dead on the money. If you was dead on the money with him, with my sister, when I was in your belly, you couldn't stand on your 10 toes when I came out for me, for somebody else. All because he was a church member. He was gravy. Girl, that's where the sick people go. As Peach McIntyre always say, church is for the sick folks, and she ain't never lied, because everybody up in there got an issue. Your man hurt you, your mama hurt you, your daddy did something to you, the teacher at school did something to you, I'm this, I'm that, I got this addiction, I got that addiction. Yes, all of those people live at the church. So that's one of the reasons why I don't go back. I had figured that out, but I didn't put a name to it until just last year, sometime early this year. Yeah, that's where all the sick folks go. I don't want to go there. I got my own sickness. Why would I want to go there to get more sickness? Because that's exactly what happened. I've seen that go down so many times. Women get married and get in these relationships at church, and they forget all about their children. And when they look up, something done happened to their child done come up pregnant, all type of stuff. Like, and I vowed that I would never put my children in that predicament, and I'm glad that I followed it. It may not have looked the way I wanted it to look, but I did come through with my promise. You know, beatings. I mean, whoopings. And that's why I don't whip my baby no more. Now this one, she was catching that whip. I'm not gonna lie. She was catching that whip, because I don't play that. I don't like to be disrespected. And I'm like, I'm the easiest person in the world. All you have to do is listen. I don't really want much from you. I want to help you grow and all that. I want you to do what you need to do. But I don't feel like I have to beat you to get you to do it. You know what I mean? Well, I should not have to call you out your name, and I'm sorry about my mouth. I know I ain't got no teeth, and we working on that, and I ain't worried about that no more right now. That's the least of my worries, okay? Because I'm trying to heal the inside, which will eventually heal my mouth, and God knows that is one of my dreams, to get my mouth fixed, but that's a whole nother story, okay? So, I'm not a hard person. I just want you to do what you need to do. I need you to listen. Yes, I know I'm going to have to raise my voice and all that, but I should not have to beat you down. I should not have to yell, scream, holler every day, all day, to the point I'm stressed out. My oldest wasn't like this. This one is different, and every child is different, and I know that. I get that. I love my baby down, but I hate that I have to be as hard on her some days than I have to, and some days I just don't have it in me. Some days I just don't have it in me, because I've given so much of myself to my mother and her crap and her life and her sickness that I have nothing left for me right now. And I'm trying to refill up my cup, and it's hard, because as I'm changing and changing up how I do things, she ain't liking it. She not liking that I'm not telling her my every move, and it ain't about that. So you say. Your mouth saying one thing, but your body language tell me something else. And you taught me that. You taught me to read the room. You taught me that. I had to read and judge your emotions to know if I could ask a question or anything. And most of the time I couldn't, because you was always angry. But y'all wanted to portray that onto me. I'm this angry person. I'm angry because ain't nobody paying no attention to me. I'm a fucking kid. Ain't nobody loving me. Ain't nobody hugging on me. Ain't nobody coming to get me. What kid don't want fucking attention? Like, come on. Be for real. And that ain't just for me. That's for every kid in my family. Every kid in my family. Yeah. I was the scapegoat, thanks to my mama, because I was stealing and everything. And instead of you asking me a fucking question, why was I stealing? Why do I think I need to steal? Why do I think I need to have these things? And even if you did ask me, because I think I can remember her asking me a couple times, but it wasn't enough to really get the answer that you needed. You just came up with your own assumption, because I said, I don't know, because I didn't know. But you didn't help make it no better neither. You calling your mom and them on the phone, your sister and them, the people at the church. Yeah, girl, she stealing, she stole this, she a liar. This all she do is lie, steal, and this, that, and the third. You made my reputation what it is. So when I really gave into everything that you was saying, I believe that was me, that this was my life, because I had got so good at it. And baby, I could get in and out the store with something real quick. Like, even to this day, don't Walmart people be thinking they be slick. They think they is on top of some shit counting items. If I really wanted to get some stuff, I can get it. But I'm not trying to be like that no more. You know what I mean? That was a survival skill because I was always told no. I never got a chance to buy a lot of things that I wanted from the store. You know, little games and stuff like that. I was always told no. I don't got it. But you got money for cigarettes. Did I say that wrong? You had money for them cigarettes that almost killed you, that almost took you up out of here with cancer. But who was right there with you at chemo? Oh, but we ain't gonna go there. Oh, but I did my dutiful job as a daughter, and I was there for every chemo session. I don't care if I did have to drive your car. I was there. Your other child wasn't here. Nobody was here with me. I was always the fuck by myself. I'll finish this conversation when we get to the house. This is a long video. All right, I had left off saying she had enough money for cigarettes, and she did. She bought cigarettes by the case, even as I was an adult. She even had me going to the store buying cigarettes as an adult by the case, until the point I finally said I'm not buying no more. And I don't want to do that no more. You know, Aaron, right? You shouldn't be smoking it no way. And then when I stopped buying her cigarettes for her, a few years later, well, not even a few years, a year, almost a year later, half a year later, something like that, she got diagnosed with the cancer. So I ain't gonna make this too much longer, but you see, I done ran in the house to change my clothes. It's raining because I wanted to get out that house. I'm just sitting in the car. Right now, chilling. I'm sorry if y'all hear that wind or whatever in the back, but y'all, the rain is coming. But yeah, it's just that I'm gonna record another video when I go in the house, so it'll be a different background. But y'all mostly gonna see either me in this car or in my little junky up room, and it's gonna be junky until I get up out of here, because I got 2 people living in there. I'm trying to store 2 people clothes, shoes, and all toys in one room, and you want it to be immaculate. You lucky it's as clean as it is, because it could be worse. But you know, you can see the floor. We ain't got no food laying around, nothing like that. It don't stink. It's lived in. We got stuff everywhere, and I don't have a dresser, so my clothes are in a hallway in a container. My baby clothes take up the closet, and I got all her clothes in containers and baskets all over my room, but it's neatly put away so I know what stuff is at. Like, what do you expect? It's 5 people or 4 people in this house. A dog and a cat in a 3-bedroom. Now, it could be a whole lot worse, and you don't even see our side of the house. You just see the living room and your side, but it's just so nasty. Like, it's a living room. Why do you think they call it the living room? Because you live in there. You watch TV in there. You eat in there. You do all things. You do everything in the living room. But anyway, I'm going to end this video. The next video y'all going to see, I'm going to have the same thing on, but I'm going to be talking about something else that I said into my chat GPT, and give y'all my perspective on it, how it's been helping me heal and get through all of this emotional baggage, because that's what it is. And some days it's a lot. Some days I cry. Some days I don't. You know, I get emotional because I was neglected as fuck. Okay. And I'm still trying to heal myself from that. Me pushing it to the side for as long as I had for so many years was a disservice to me. All because I was trying to keep the peace. All because I was trying to be the bigger person. Like my mama said, be the bigger person. Yeah, the bigger person made me a doormat. And you too. Because you let your mama, your sisters, and them all walk all over you. But it finally took me standing my ground with you, telling you I don't want to know anything about this family. And it's sad to say, unless they close their eyes, I don't. Because they don't care about me, so why am I even caring about them? When I've already gave my all to everybody. I gave you my genuine me, and everybody did nothing but use, abuse me, drain me. Nobody wanted to watch my kids, but I watched everybody kid in the family. Soon as I asked, can y'all watch my baby? How long you gonna be gone? When you coming back? I never said none of that to none of y'all about y'all children. And then y'all wonder why I had my baby across the street at Miss Davis' house and not y'all house. Literally, right across the street. This was my grandmother's house. This was Miss Davis' house. They could see my baby on the porch every day, but I was not coming over there. I was not bringing my baby over there. And my friend Angela, which is my oldest daughter's godmother, she said, I knew something was up. She said, because how your family live right across the street from the babysitter? She said, make that make sense. She said, I knew it was some crap then with your family because of that reason. She said, and I just waited for you to say something. She said, because I wasn't gonna pry. And I have appreciate that, and I respected her for that, because I'm the same way. If I notice something, I'm not gonna say nothing right away unless I keep seeing it, and then after a while it will make me say something, because that's just me. But you know, I know y'all used to say all kind of mean, nasty stuff to me, and my auntie used to have this thing when she used to dig in people's ear with the Q-tips and all that. It was cute after a while, but then it became like a torture thing, and it was like every time a kid came over, that's all she wanted to do was be in somebody's ear. And I was like, nope, you won't do mine. You won't do mine. Because me personally, I believe her messing with everybody's ear so much is what caused them to have so many problems. Wax buildup, she putting drops in the ear, all type of stuff. I had my own problems, and I was not about to let you dig up in my ear, because I knew I already had issues with my ear. I used to get ear infections a lot, and I haven't had an ear infection since my oldest daughter No, I just had one a few years ago. I did. I ain't gonna leave it out. I had an ear infection a few years ago and couldn't believe it. I think I had got water in my ear or something from washing. My little baby was, I think she had to be about 1 or 2. So yeah, I just recently had an ear infection, which lets you know I'm prone to ear infection. So I have to be careful and everything with washing my hair. Make sure my hair is dry. Make sure that I don't let it hang over my ear, because it'll drip down. So when I wash, I have to pull it up. Anyway, this video getting longer than it need to be. In the next video, it's gonna be some Chat GPT, and you're gonna see me break out into some more family drama, family conversation, family whatever, because that's all my whole life up until 25 has been. And even now, I still don't have a whole lot of people around, because I don't trust nobody. Everybody that comes around, they good for the time being, but then after a while they really start showing their colors. And it always get tested when I start pulling back and doing things that I used to do for people and acting the way I used to act. They, oh, you acting funny, you acting stank. And when I start hearing that and I see how you truly treat me, I start backing up. I back up. I don't call as much. I might still answer the phone for you, but that's about it. And then after a while, I stop answering the phone for you and all that. Once I start answering that phone for you, you dead in the water. It's game over. And then once you stop calling because you tired of me not answering, we done, because I'm done. I'm not answering no more. Once I stop answering that phone, alright, y'all, let me go, because I think this video probably like almost 30 minutes, and I'm not editing a thing. Please pray y'all watch it to the end. Yes, I like to talk, because nobody ever talked to me. And if you was talking about me, we was talking about somebody. It was always some drama mess. So yeah, I never had real conversations with people, and when I did, people thought I was too deep. Oh girl, how you know that? Oh girl, nah, that's too much. And why? What? So you don't want to be intelligent? You don't want to have a decent conversation with a human being? Make it make sense. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Please like my videos. Some of these videos going to be long like this. I hope y'all like long videos. If y'all want them longer, let me know, because I'm down to the ground. Alright, y'all. Later.